last day we had a discussion on tag question, and we had a lot of discussion on that day. And today I will also discuss on tag question. And before the last day, I discussed about the basic rules of how to change the tag question. And I hope that you can remember all those things. And applying those things, we have to do a lot of practice. And I think my lecture in the classroom, then your reading in the house or home, and then your sitting for test or practice, that will make you perfect. These 3 ways you have to adopt for getting good result. Now, look at the board. Can you see my board?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Number 1, A, everyone is nostalgic in life. Number B, we hardly forget the golden past. Number C, the memories of childhood are always haunting us. Number D, nothing is more pleasant to man than the sweetest memories of childhood. Number E, therefore, let us practice it. That means there are 5 sentences in the tag question, and the 5 sentences are having a single context, that is a single theme, that is nostalgic situation of life. Do you know what is nostalgic situation? Can anyone explain?
Yes, sir.
What is?
So nostalgic means something that reminds someone of the past, of their memories.
Suppose I am telling a short story. Suppose you have passed HSC in 2023 from Dhaka Residential Model College. After that, you have your higher education from somewhere else, and you are being established now. And after passing Residential Model College, you are coming to the campus again after 15 years. In that situation, naturally, you will have the curiosity to walk around the field, the room where you stay during your student life, you want to survey it. The class you continued for those time, you will want to see it. The teachers you left, you will have the curiosity to meet them. All these are the nostalgic situations. That means after 15 years, you are coming back to the college campus and you want to meet the teachers and you want to see the left out things that man cannot avoid. So this is nostalgic situation. So this passage is related on that nostalgic situation. That means he is remembering the past days. So number 1, everyone is nostalgic in life. প্রত্যেকটা মানুষই তার জীবনে হচ্ছে স্মৃতি প্রবণতা, স্মৃতি পরায়ণ প্রবণতা আছে. So everyone is nostalgic in life. So what is that? What is subject? Everyone is subject. Is auxiliary verb. I told you that again. Just I am making you to remember that you have to apply your auxiliary verb first, then subject, then if the sentence is in the affirmative, then you have to use a negative particle and apostrophe T. If the sentence is in the negative, you need not use the particle and apostrophe T. So these 3 things. So what will be? Everyone is nostalgic in life. That means is. The sentence is affirmative. So isn't. Everyone is the subject. And you have to use a pronoun form of the subject. So instead of everyone, though it is a singular subject, but in the case of tag question, we use it in the plural form. That means, isn't they? Correct?
Aren't they হবে না?
Yes. Yes. Someone is attentive. I am getting the proof. I have written down isn't they, because I want to see. I wanted to see whether someone is attentive or not. Yes. So before they, what will be? They are or they is? So they are. So it will be aren't they? A-R-E-N apostrophe T. Aren't they? So everyone is nostalgic in life. So here usually it would have been like is, then N apostrophe T in isn't, and as it is he, then isn't he. But everyone in tag question, everyone, everybody, no one, nobody, someone, somebody, one, everything will be changed, will be replaced by they. So if that is the subject is they, then the auxiliary verb will be are. So aren't they? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, number B. We hardly forget the golden past. What is subject? We. What is verb? Here, auxiliary verb is not present. What type of verb is present? What type of verb is present? Finite verb, that means main verb is present. And what is the auxiliary verb hidden in it? If we make it a interrogative question, or we make it a negative question, then auxiliary verb will come out. We forget. Don't we forget? Or we do not forget. That means auxiliary verb is do. So we hardly forget. Again, the word hardly is representing the negative sense. So we hardly forget. That means do. Auxiliary verb do is hidden here. Auxiliary verb do is hidden in the main verb. Forget. Do, and the sentence is negative, as the word hardly affects the sentence to make it a negative. So do we. So do we. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear? Okay. Number B. Number C. The memories of childhood are always hunting us. The memories of childhood are always hunting us. So what is the subject? The memories. The memories. This is subject. The memories of childhood. What is the verb? Are. The memories of childhood are always hunting us. So first you have to pick the auxiliary, that means are. This is affirmative sentence. So aren't. Aren't is a single word. Are not, two words. But while I am writing aren't, that is a single verb. Aren't. Aren't the memories. What will be the subject here?
They.
Right, they.
They.
Aren't they? Aren't they? And now, one thing. In the case of man, instead of man, it will be he in the singular subject. In the case of inanimate object, instead of that thing, that is pencil or pen, it will be it. But while they are in the plural form, the he will be they and it will also be they. That means in the plural form, there is no distinction. But in the singular form, in case of man, subject will be he. In case of inanimate object, subject will be it. But in the plural form, everywhere they will be appropriate. So the memories, aren't they? Number D, nothing is. Nothing is subject. Is finite verb, non-finite verb. That means verb to be or linking verb. Nothing is more pleasant to man than the sweetest memories of childhood. The sentence is a very long sentence. Sentence is very long, but don't be confused after seeing the long sentence. Don't be confused, whatever it is. It may be of 20 words, it doesn't matter. You have to find out the auxiliary verb and the subject, and whether the subject is in the written in affirmative or negative. These three things you have to consider, then you have to write the answer. And I have told you the procedure last day. What is the right way to write the correct answer so that you can get full marks? This sentence you have to write down in full form. Then after comma, then you have to write down your answer. Not like that. I am just writing in that style to attract you so that you can get the difference of the answer. But you will write down straight, aren't they? Then you will have the underline. Then you will have the question mark. That means you have to write the full form. The question, the sentence in the question and your answer. And after your answer, you will have the underline, then you will put a question mark. So that will be the correct answer, full answer, and right procedure to write the answer. Correct procedure to write the answer. So don't forget to write down full sentence. Don't write down only half sentence. That means all the answer. That may carry 50% of the marks or 0. So be careful about that. Don't forget to write full sentence. Number 5. Therefore, let us practice it. You know that let us. Here, subject is us, and let is not verb. It may be considered a verb. So let us. In that form, this answer will be totally different type. So let's, instead of let's, we shall write down shall. And instead of us, we write down we. Shall we? So let us will be always. There is no deviation from that. While you will see let us, in that case, you write down instead of let, there will be shall. Us, instead of us, there will be we. Shall we? There's no deviation from that. There's sort of deviated thing, that was extraordinary thing, you have to keep in mind. You have to memorize it. Clear? Your number is 25. Good number. I would have been happier than if the number is 35. Okay. This is number 1. A, B, C, D, E. All 5 are clear to you or any confusion? Now ask me any query. If there is any question, feel free to ask me any question. If there is any confusion, I will try to make you clear. Boys.
No confusion, sir.
Everything is clear.
No confusion. Yes. Someone is having confusion.
No, sir, everything is clear.
Everything is clear. Okay. We'll move forward to the second one. This is different type. Don't be confused seeing the type of sentence writing. Number 2. Can you hear the writing on the board clearly?
Yes, sir.
Can you see the writing on the board?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Number 2. Number A. I am sorry, comma, Rana, full stop. I am very late. Number B. There was a traffic jam. Oh, don't worry. The train is late. Number D. Then have a cup of tea. Number E. Yes, let's go to the canteen. Apparently, it seems that 5 sentences are of different types. There is no relation with one sentence, with no relation of one sentence with another sentence. Apparently, it seems, but actually it is not. Actually, it is not. Because if you think very attentively, then you will get some relation of the sentences. That means The total 5 sentences are having a single context, a single theme. That is, the thing is like that. Two friends are intended to go somewhere else from a train station. One has arrived in the station at the right time. Another is getting late on the way. And after some time, he reached the station. When he met the other friend, the friend who was present a little bit earlier, he was consoling him that, don't worry, because in a sense you are not late because the train is late. So we are having some time in our hand, and we can have a cup of tea. And they agreed to go to the canteen in the railway station nearby, and they decided to have a cup of tea, and then they will go somewhere else while the train will arrive. So this is a single thing. The total 5 sentences are representing a single context, that is, in a rail station, they are doing something and they will go somewhere while the train will arrive. So the sentence pattern and other things will make you understand that the 5 sentences are of different themes. No, this is a single thing. So, and the sentence is not a single one. Somewhere there are 2 sentences, somewhere there are 1 sentence, there is 1 sentence, somewhere there are 3 sentences, somewhere there is a salutation, that means addressing someone, sorry, Rana, like that. So what will be this type of? If we have in the question pattern, number A, I am sorry, comma, Rana, I am very late. So while you will get this type of 2 sentences, in that case, the gap, the blanks you will have in that sentence, you have to consider that sentence to write down the tag question, not the earlier sentence. So I am sorry, Rana. This is just show of sentence. You need not change it. You need not find out the tag question from here. From where you have to find the tag question, I am late, I am very late. So the gap is in connection with this sentence. So you have to write down the tag question here. I am very late. And now the thing is very easy. Consider the sentence, I am very late. So what will be that? Yes. There may be the answers like ain't I, A-I-N apostrophe, or maybe the answer like that, am I, A-M-N apostrophe. But don't write down these 2 answers because these are dangerous. Some people will allow these answers or not. So I always tell you, never be confused of writing the correct sentence. Always be confirmed to write the correct sentence. So what is that? I am very late. Aren't, A-R-E. Sentence is affirmative. Aren't I? Aren't I? That is exceptional use. Aren't I? So after I we use am. So am't I would be the correct answer. But here this is exceptional. This is aren't I. So if you write down am't I, some of you may get the answer or some of you may not, because some teachers will give you number or not. So that is confusing. So write down aren't I. 100% teacher will give the marks. So aren't I. So subject is I, am is auxiliary verb. So aren't I. This is exceptional, not am I. Are you clear about it? Yet I see some students writing the answer ain't I or are or am I. Don't write down that. Only write down aren't I. Clear about that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Don't be confused. Though sometimes you'll be puzzled why I am using this, but use this. Aren't I? Number B. There was a traffic jam. There is introductory there. Subject is not present here. Was is auxiliary verb. So, and the sentence is affirmative. So, was, wasn't, wasn't, wasn't. Then subject instead of subject, there will be here. So, isn't there. Wasn't there, as it is in the past form. Was, affirmative sentence, so negative particle wasn't, and instead of subject, there will be used as subject. So, wasn't there. So, this is the exceptional type. Because there is not subject here, it is introductory there. But in a sentence, while subject is absent, introductory there will be used, will be replaced as a subject. That will be acting as a subject. So, wasn't there. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then, number C. Oh, don't worry, the train is late. Oh, don't worry, the train is late. Oh is an expression, exclamatory expression. It's exclamation. Don't worry. This is another sentence. The train is late. Yes. Like that sentence, here we are having here two sentences. Oh, don't worry is a sentence. The train is late. But the blanks is connected with the sentence which is used in later on. That means the second sentence is using a blanks. So you have to consider the second sentence and you have to find out the subject and finite verb and whether it is negative or affirmative. Then you have to write down the question tag. Yes, you can also tell it a question tag. Tag question or question tag. Formally, we use in pen and paper tag question, but sometimes you can call it question tag. All the same. You have to just understand the same thing, but the formal and informal are two types. And I tell you so that you cannot be surprised while someone is using question tag. Yes, he can use it. It is informal. Oh, don't worry, the train is late. What will be the train is subject, is finite verb. The train is late. And what will be there? What will be the answer here? Can anyone tell me?
Isn't it?
Isn't
It.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Because the sentence is don't worry.
Yes, sir.
The sentence is don't worry. Don't worry. This is negative. Total sense is negative.
Is it?
Are you sure?
Nah.
Be confirm and tell me. Be confirm and tell me.
Isn't it?
Yes?
Isn't it হবে?
Why?
The second sentence is
Second sentence is in the affirmative.
yes, sir.
And what about the first sentence? The total sense? There is a negative impact is here. Don't worry.
But this is another sentence.
Right.
Sir.
Right. So don't be confused after hammering you. I am telling at the first time you gave the right answer that it will be according to that, isn't it? Then I was hammering either it is correct or wrong. Then you are changing your answer. You are telling, is it? Again, I am telling you to consider the sentence. Then you are telling the right answer like the earlier one. So don't be confused. If I push you up, don't be confused. If someone hammers you, don't be confused. You will be confident. Yes, this is the rules and this is the right answer. I should not go to and fro without my right answer. Anybody can hammer me. So don't be confused. So the train is late. This sentence is made and it is having a positive sense, affirmative sense. So considering this sentence, you have to write down is, isn't it. The train is noun. So instead of noun, there will be pronoun. Isn't it? So that will be the, isn't it? That will be the correct answer. Is it not? The train is late. This is written in affirmative form. So isn't it? So that's the correct answer will be isn't it? Clear? Anybody is confused about this sentence C? Not. Okay, thank you.
Sir, we are clear, sir.
Okay, thank you. Then number D. Then have a cup of tea. Then have a cup of tea. I am giving more emphasis in this grammatical item because I told you that this is one of the easiest grammatical items of second paper in SSC level. So don't deprive yourself to get 5 out of 5. So if you are a little bit serious, this is not a difficult chapter. This is not a difficult grammatical item. This is easier one. If you be serious about that, about its formation and rules and the deviations, that means exceptional rules, a very, very small number of rules and deviations are here. If you are a little bit serious, you can get 5 out of 5. I always expect that as this is the easier item, so you should get 5 out of 5 if you are a little bit attentive. So while I am explaining every sentence, I am going through the basic grammar of that so that you can understand the basic thing and you can get it in your heart and you can give the correct answer. You can write the correct answer because this is easier item. That is why I expect that you should have the determination to get 5 out of 5. Then have a cup of tea. Then that means chalo tahole ek cup cha khai. Then have a cup of tea. And have a cup of tea. Here subject is have a cup of tea. That is the cup of tea is what is?
It's a phrase.
A cup of tea. Then have a cup of tea. This is object, not subject. This is object. Then this is what type of sentence? Assertive or imperative or optative? Take a cup of tea. Take a cup of tea. Instead of have, I can write down take a cup of tea. This is imperative sentence. You take a cup of tea. This is affirmative sentence. Try to listen to me. You take a cup of tea. If you use you take a cup of tea. This is assertive. While you will omit you, only take a cup of tea. Then it will be imperative. Then you will be imperative. And instead of take a cup of tea, you can write down have a cup of tea. All the same. So this is imperative sentence. In imperative sentence, what will be the correct answer? In imperative sentence, what will be the correct answer? Correct answer will be will. This is some sort of in imperative sentence. This is some sort of specific regulation. That is, will you have a cup of tea? Tumi ek cup cha nao. Nibe ki? Will you? Or you can write down the another answer. It is won't you. And if the sentence indicates that it is an offer, have a cup of tea. That means I am offering someone, have a cup of tea. That case, you have to write down, will you? I am offering someone who is present, present in front of me. I am offering, have a cup of tea, take a cup of tea. That time, will you or won't you? You can write either answer. Either is correct. Either will you or won't you. That means in the imperative sentence, you is absent. You have a cup of tea. So you is absent. So this you will be the subject. Absent you will be the subject. And as it is an imperative sentence, you have to write down will you or won't you. If the sentence don't have a cup of tea, then you have to write down will you. Then you will never write down won't you because the sentence is in the negative form. If it is negative form, you have to write down will you. Or if it is affirmative form, you can write down will you or won't you. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Don't be confused. Number E. Yes, let's go to the canteen. Let us. We have used let us. And here, let's is the contracted form of let us. So, let's and let us are the same thing. So, let's means let us. Let us is written in contracted form. Let us. Then what will be the answer? Same thing.
Shan't we?
Shall we? Shall we? Let's go to
Shan't we
the
হবে না?
we. This is we. Shall we? While there will be us, let's miss let us. Us will be we. And instead of let, you have to write down shall. Shall we? So this is another type. Let us is in abnormal form. In the imperative sentence, the pattern will be in the abnormal form. It is clear. There was a traffic jam. This is in the abnormal form. This is not usually. That means there will be here. And this is usual. This is unusual. That means here, let us. This let us is of abnormal. That means unusual rules. You have to memorize it. This is usual. There was a traffic. This is unusual because you have to say there instead of subject. The train is late. This is usual. Have a cup of tea. In the imperative sentence, the answer will be of different type. This is unusual. And let us also like that unusual. So there are some unusual and these are unusual, but these are usual. So you have to memorize it. So I have told you that maximum 90% of them are within the frame rules, but 10% is of out of frame rules. That means you have to memorize them, though they are different type, but they are regular in their form. So you have to memorize it. So there is not a lot of examples like that. So there are few examples. The field, the space of tag question is very small. So you can have the 10% in your mind and other 90% according to your rules. So if you are very serious, if you are little bit serious, not very serious, then I think that you will get 5 out of 5. Have you got my point?
Yes.
So boys, this is all about today's class. I tried my best to render you my service so that you can be benefited from that. And I hope that you have got benefit from my class. You have become a little bit benefited from my class, and that is my pleasure. If you have any query in my class, I always welcome you to ask me any queries, because this is participatory method we are following. That means I will make everything easier to you for your better understanding. If there is any queries, you will ask me and you will try to make yourself clear. And this is participatory method. And while I am discussing all these things, and I discussed in the last class, and if I am alive, I will discuss in the future class. And always I welcome you to ask me any question. While we are discussing the thing, just you have learned these things from class 9. But I think that you have forgot many things. That is why we are just cultivating those things which you may forget. And that is why we are participating in the participatory method in the Zoom class, so that you can be clear about that. So I hope that you have enjoyed the class. I hope that you will attend in the next class with more participants. And I hope you will stay home and you will try to be safe and do everything according to your parents' advice. See you again for today. Okay, boys. Bye.